What's up, YouTube? I managed to get my hands on the last Loomis box that I said I would ever do. Now, the reality is, if you've been watching my channel, I've done about 6 or 7 Brinks boxes in the last week or two, maybe 3, and they haven't been real good to me. So I'm going to call this my last Loomis box, but don't hold me to it. I'm sure I'll eventually break down and come back to these guys. Unless the Brinks boxes start turning around. Typically, I see lots of NIFCs in these, where the Brinks, I was getting a lot of skunk boxes with the occasional NIFC. So, we'll see. We'll see how this last Loomis box treats us. Anyway, before I do get into this, I would like to remind you guys that I am running my very first giveaway, and I will link to that giveaway up here in the little tile card. And without further ado, let's get into this box. All right, I see a few searched coins on here. This guy and this guy. See lots of bicentennials. You guys know how I feel about those lately. I'm actually going to keep track of them in this Loomis box just to see if $90 to $100 worth of bicentennials is normal. I don't think it is. Anyway, I don't see any silver in here. Nothing's jumping out at me as an NIFC or a proof, so I'm going to get these things rolled over, and we'll bring you in for the first couple of rolls. Okay, well, we got these rolled over. I don't see anything jumping out at me like on the other side. We do have it looks like a 71 or something that somebody's painted. We got a couple of search coins in here as well, and a lot of bicentennials. Outside of that, nothing looks too special. And so we're just gonna get right into these things. Come here, roll number 1. Well, see, we've already got some shiny edges in roll number 1. Sometimes we would go 20 deep in a Brinks box and not even see a shiny rim. It's a 1978D, but it's a pretty one. I'm going to set that aside. That might go in the book. I got one more here. Nope, just a 74. The rest of that looks like clad. I'll go through that off camera and bring you in if anything does turn out to be something that I missed. But I wanted to get 1 or 2 open here in front of you. And a couple of, so that's a 98, 95, and we'll look at one more, a 96. All right, the rest looks to be clad. So I tell you what, I'm going to dig into these rolls and I'll bring you in at our first find. All right, well, I'm bringing you in just to show you that we haven't found anything. We've got 20 more rolls left. I've been a little more selective in what I pull to put under the scope. So not much to look at there, but the bicentennials are keeping us busy. Looks like so far we got about $45, about $50 worth of bicentennials. So let's see if we can get to the 90 mark like all those other boxes. So let me keep at these rolls and hopefully I can bring you guys in with a find. All right, well, it took us a while to get there. We've got, looks like 7 rolls left outside of the one I just opened. And I did peek ahead. But this guy right here is the first find of the box. It is a 2002, it looks like a D. It is not a great find, but ladies and gentlemen, when we've been getting skunked box after box, we'll take it. So, I'm going to get through this roll and probably 2 more, and then I'll do the last 5 with everybody. So let me get through this clad, and then we'll set up and bring everybody in for the last 5 rolls. So here we are with our last 5 rolls. We did not find anything other than that 2002 NIFC. They're still hoping these last 5 rolls, so I thought I'd bring you guys in and we'd look through them together. You will see me setting stuff to the side. Nice looking 96. What I just threw there to the left a second ago was a bicentennial, and anything that I'm going to look at under the scope, I'm setting over to the right. So bicentennial, 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 and nothing. 4 to go. That's just an ugly looking roll right there. 1974 Ds, I always put under the scope. I have found more 74 DDOs than I've found of any other error coin out there, outside of, I would say, no FGs, but I can't pin it on a specific year because I've just found kind of a few of each. But I always pull 74 Ds regardless of the condition. I've looked through hundreds and hundreds of 71 Ds for the error, the variety, and never found one, so I've gotten a little bit more selective in the 71s that I pull. Just simply because if I ever did find one, it would probably be on a cruddy coin. It wouldn't be worth anything. So, and I'm just tired of looking through hundreds of them. So, a couple of shiny rims in there, but I don't think there's going to be an NIFC. It's a bicentennial. It's a 72D. Let's see, do we have an FG? Looks like it. Another 72D. That looks like there's an FG. So if you've made it this far in the video, I do appreciate you guys actually watching as much of the video as you can. I know they're not always super exciting. I've been trying to cut them down. But at the same time, if I cut them down to only when I find something, I've got a lot of videos where the video would be me opening the box and me telling you I didn't find anything. So I'm hoping to keep this a little bit entertaining for you. But I kind of like being able to do a few rolls together. You know, I guess if I were going to do a whole box on camera, I'd probably just go ahead and do a live stream, which I'm tinkering with the idea of doing that at some point. I'm just not there yet. I don't have enough time. The 72D, I'm going to put that under the scope. You know, there's a lot of folks on YouTube doing live streams. They're getting donations, and I think that's how they're pulling in a lot of money for the channel. So one day I might do that. We'll see. I don't have a big enough stash of silver, and I don't have anybody backing me to be doing giveaways and stuff like that make a lot of their coin roll hunts exciting, because, you know, when you buy in, there's the quote-unquote free silver that comes with the donation. So we'll get there one day, I think. We'll get there one day. But I do appreciate all you guys that do watch the videos I make. I try to make them entertaining. I try to make them for you guys, for the community. Make them for me. I just think it's kind of fun. I get to exercise a little bit of a skill. So thanks for coming. And if you're new, please do like and subscribe. As I said in the beginning of the video, I've got my first giveaway going on for reaching 200 subscribers. We're not there yet, so I'd love to have you. What is that? 71, 93. Well, this one had a few nice looking edges, and I was hoping we were going to flip over a NIFC or two, but no joy. That's a 72D with an FG. There's another one with an FG. 74. Oh, I thought it might be a NIFC. 2000P. Didn't quite get there. A couple years too early. All right, well, that's the end of it. I do have, looks like about $10, almost $20 worth of coins to go through under the scope. I will do that here in just a minute. Here is my one find of the box. It is a 2002D NIFC. As I said I would, I said I would pull all the bicentennials, which I did. Let's add those up real quick. My last few videos I've been finding about $90 per box, which I think is crazy. That one's a little bit light, or maybe that one's a little bit heavy, one of the two. But these are close to $10 stacks. So we are at, that's 40, 50, 60, 70, and 80. So the Loomis box came up a little bit short compared to the Brinks boxes I've been going through. Doesn't really matter. I just think it's been fun to do lately because I just never realized how many bicentennials were in a box. I don't know if you did either. I can tell you there aren't that many in a box of quarters. So anyway, I'm going to go through. If I do find something in those polls that I did for the scope, I will bring you in here at the end of the video and show. We had one extra surprise find in our last Loomis box. I was returning the coins and a couple of them got kicked out. Some were just regular coins. But this one, when I picked it up, it felt funny. It sounded funny. Unfortunately, I have a fabric table here, so you can't hear the difference. Let's see here. I don't know if you can hear that. It sounds funny. And if you follow coin roll hunting, people find these on occasion. I'm a little different in that I got into magic for about 5 to 10 years in my youth. And I have a couple of these already, but this was one that I found. And typically they're $20 to $30 at any magic store. Now what makes it a magic coin, I gotta do this off camera, is that it's actually two halves that are sealed together. And as a magic coin, what makes it a magic coin is that it's two halves joined together. And when you purchase it, it usually comes with some kind of brass or plastic ring that allows you to put the coin in and sort of tap it on a table and it pops out. Other coin roll hunters I've seen, they put it in a cup and sometimes they can get it separated. I'm gonna do this off camera. You'll hear me banging it on the table on a hard surface. And what you end up with is actually the two halves of the coin. So that is a magic coin. So a lot of people ask, I should say a lot of people find these coin roll hunting, but they don't really explain to you what you can do with it as a magic trick, and I'll show you very quickly. So the way the trick works is that you can come up to a stranger and you can say, look, I have a copper coin and a silver coin, and you can see they're slightly different sizes. The copper coin is small and the silver coin is big, okay? So I'll tell you what we're gonna do. I want you to take these two coins and put them in your hand, right? Put them behind your back, which I'm not gonna do, I'm gonna leave it on camera, and then separate the small copper coin from the large silver coin. And then you can play with this, make a bet, whatever you're gonna do. You get a free beer at the bar, something, if they cannot open the hand with the small copper coin. Well, no matter what they do, they're gonna end up with two silver coins, an American quarter and an American $50. And then you can collect your money and walk away. Or you can take it a step further and go, where did the copper coin go? Well, I'm a magician, and it's been sitting here the whole time. So that's a way the trick is done, wherever, at a magic show, at a bar, at a magic shop, wherever. It's a trick I used to carry around in my pocket all the time. I just think it's really cool that I found one in a box of Loomis $50. And I appreciate you guys tuning in. Please do like and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye.